hello, hello. Hold on, let me turn off names or change names here. I just noticed I have my other channel stuff up. What's up, 3Dub? Are you here with us right now?
Yes.
There you go. I'm sorry I sent it over so late. I noticed I sent it over at the last minute, so let's do DJ Eric here for social media. We'll do that. That's a good one. Yeah, so I invited 3Dub. I was sending out the links, and I always forget 3Dub is not in the group chat, so I have to send it separately. And last week we messed up because I didn't see you until like late in the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hello everyone. Sorry I didn't pull comments up while the track was playing. I went to get myself a drink. I was very thirsty, so
Last week I was kind of sidetracked with the anime show, so I was like,
You were what?
I was sidetracked with an anime show. I didn't like realize it until it was like 11:30. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about tonight. We have a trailer for Predator Badlands that came out yesterday. We're gonna watch that. I'm excited about that. There's some Andor drama. We're not going to really spoil too much of the episode, but this has been all over the place. There's an article about it. We'll talk about that. We have Kathleen Kennedy not stepping down, even though apparently she stepped down again, but now she's not stepping down. We'll talk about that a little bit. We have a lot of Thunderbolts comments to read through, early reactions to that. I put a video up earlier today with some of those comments. We're going to go over a little bit of that as well. Some of the Pedro Pascal stuff, the shade he's throwing at J.K. Rowling. And what else do we have going on? Hold on, let me see. Put a bunch of stuff in there. Oh, yeah, Julia Garner was confused about Silver Surfer. There was an article about that, and I was like, confused? What in the world? Anyway, where is Paigey? I don't know where Paigey is. I don't know. Paigey's very busy as of late, so I'm not sure what he's doing. He might stop in. You guys know he might show up and be like, I'm staying here for 5 minutes, and then he's here for like an hour. So I don't know anything. Hold on, the Shannon Sharp situation. Let me see what that is. I don't know. I know who he is, but I don't know what happened. Oh, we can't talk about that. That would definitely end up getting the video in trouble. I might talk about it in another video or something. We're not going to talk about it in this stream, though. I don't want to get into that. Yeah, so Thunderbolts. Did you already get tickets? Are you going to see that or no?
I just got my tickets today, so.
So I went to because I've talked about this before. My local theater is a small theater. I went to get tickets for Thursday, and they're sold out for Thursday. So I've got to go first thing Friday morning. So I won't be seeing it on Thursday. I'll be seeing it on Friday.
That's a good sign if it's sold out.
No, it is good. I'm happy that it is, but I'm sad because I should have been better about getting tickets. This is my most anticipated movie for Marvel this year. So yeah, so I'm sad about that, but I'll get to see it first thing Friday morning. Might even do a bonus stream. You know what? I'll probably do my bonus stream on Sunday because everybody voted for a bonus stream for a Sunday bonus stream. So I might do my bonus stream on Sunday and talk like Thunderbolt spoilers on Sunday.
I'm definitely off social media until I see the movie. After 2:00.
Yeah. Well, the early reactions are out. We are going to read some of those, but there's no spoilers in them. So it's just talking about the quality of the movie. So no spoilers. I've already looked through them. So yeah. The thing that sucks is we're heading into a very busy movie season. And I need to write out a sort of calendar for tickets when I need to buy them, when they're going to be released. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Let's see.
I just wish I didn't. I like to be surprised about the end credit scenes. Apparently, that was leaked about the quality of it.
You didn't read it yet. I haven't read anything, so don't spoil me on.
No, it wasn't. It didn't say the scene. It just basically told me what it was better than. I'm like, I didn't want to know that.
All right, so Yeah, yes, Sandman season 2 in July, Peacemaker in August. It's going to be a busy summer. It really is. Quinlan said that she's trying to catch a 6 p.m. showing. Dalton says Thunderbolts has all the pieces in place to be my new favorite MCU film. EEAAO composers, my favorite BoJack writer, Yelena Invalid, a story revolving around mental illness. Yeah, well, like I said, all of the early reactions have been pretty good. We're going to talk about that in a few moments. I want to kind of watch the Predator trailer first. Have you seen it yet? Have you seen the new Predator trailer?
No. But I have seen that there's like a Predator that beats the Marvel universe. I saw that somewhere.
Oh, that was a comic book, I think. Yeah.
I thought that was funny. I was like, that's an Eric one.
Yeah. So this is Predator Badlands. I've seen pictures from the trailer. So people are complaining about the design of the Predator. I don't really care too much as long as it looks like an actual like Predator. So unless it looks really like, unless it doesn't like a Predator at all, I'm not going to care too much about that. But I'm excited to see what this movie is going to be about because I liked Prey. So if I like Prey, I'm hoping that I'm going to like Badlands. So in the chat, has everybody seen this trailer? I'm wondering if everybody else has seen it already. I haven't had a chance to see it, so.
I haven't seen it yet, so 2 for 2.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to watch it. And this might get removed. By the way, all that Superman stuff got removed from the live stream the other night.
Mm.
So if people go back and watch that on playback, it's like it's chopped up pretty badly because they claimed everything pretty much.
Yeah, that song that they play, like that's like a mix of like whatever. That is like super strong with the
yeah. Well, stuff. Also the Green Lantern thing got claimed. The really cheesy behind the scenes video that wasn't like an official DC thing. It was just, it looked like he was just filming it on his phone. That got claimed too, which is weird. I was like, why did they claim that? It's a behind the scenes video. It could have been anybody. It wasn't even like he wasn't in costume. Nothing. I
used the scenes from the actual trailer and the behind the scenes, and that hadn't got claimed yet. So
I think it gets a little. So the DMCA system as it exists is antiquated. It's old, and it gets abused a lot. So when somebody claims something, like if you make a song and somebody uses that song without permission, you have every right to claim that. If you make a TV show and somebody uses that, like just uploads it with no changes, no editing, no nothing, you have the right to claim that. But if someone takes something that you've made and talks about it, critiques it, and transforms it into a review, it is fair use.
Yeah.
But it gets abused so often. Also, claiming a clip that someone uploaded on Twitter that was a behind the scenes look at jumping around on cables without any claim to that. There's no Green Lantern stuff in that. There's no Warner Brothers stuff in it at all. It's just a guy, the stunt guy, bouncing up and down, in his regular clothes. That's an abuse of the copyright system. That's not the way you're supposed to use it. But the problem is, the way the laws are right now, if YouTube doesn't enforce a copyright claim, then they are liable for that copyright claim.
Yeah.
That needs to change. They need to allow the platforms to refute something and say, prove that it is yours before you claim it. Give us proof. Like, for example, if I upload a video on YouTube, you can look in there and see if somebody has reacted to your video or if somebody's used your video on something. They have that tool in there. So that video it's my property. It is there on YouTube. And that way they can look and see that it's mine. If I say, I don't want that person using my video, they just re-uploaded it, there's no commentary, there's no critique, there's nothing, they can look on my channel and see that it is my video. But when it's something from Twitter, from somebody's personal account, that has no connection to Warner Brothers or anything like that, they should not be able to claim that. But they do. And then you have to take it down. You don't have a choice. So
didn't something happen with Melanie Mac? Like you got claimed, like YouTube just like
that wasn't a copyright claim though. That was YouTube's advertiser guideline thing. That wasn't a copyright claim. That was something different.
Oh, it was like the same thing.
Pagey has arrived.
Pagey!
Matt, I've got the fucking, the Baywatch like thing. It's like it's like, when it like fades in the Baywatch thing, and then it goes, "I'll be there."
Mm.
Are you gonna give some background vocals to it or no?
No. Why? What are you talking about? Did you hear it before we started, or?
I don't think so. I think it's just one of those things. Do you ever have one of those things where you're just sort of like, I don't know, staring at a wall, and then all of a sudden, well, for you it's Thong Song or like
no. For me, it's Absolutely Everybody. That's the song.
You sure? That sounds like it might be a lie.
Yeah. So Quidlin says, "That's ridiculous. Think you want to get chatter, not just live on Twitter, to get lost in threads when it's more important topics come out." I believe that if it were me and I had the money to go to court and fight it, I think all promotional trailers and stuff should be 100% allowed for people to upload and talk about legally. I don't think that they should be able to like copyright claim you for watching a trailer. I think that's ridiculous. I totally understand if you're uploading like a full episode of a TV show or something, but a trailer is a promotional thing. Like they shouldn't be able to come after you. And what you were saying, 3Dub, about the whole advertiser friendly guideline thing, it's not the same. Like an advertiser friendly guideline thing suppresses your videos. It removes ads from your video and suppresses your videos. With a copyright claim, you can dispute it or you can remove the thing from your video.
But they also suppress it too.
They do, but you don't lose total revenue on it. You share revenue now. There's a revenue share with a non-advertiser friendly video. It's like they just take it off completely. The only thing you can make money from at that point is people that are watching with YouTube Premium, or people that are paying paid subscribers to your channel. So that's it. What is that background noise? Is that you, 3Dub?
No, it's Pagey.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I got the basketball on. Hold on. It's halftime anyway. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Copyright laws are made up by dog crap hypocrites. It hasn't been updated. Like the thing about it is, hold on, let me tell you. Okay, so the DMCA law that we're working with right now. Think about where we are now. Okay, let me paint the picture for you. We are in 2025, okay? Think about everything on the internet that has changed since Y2K. Like around, the turn of the century, right? Think of all the things that have changed since then. And then think about the fact that this law was passed before that. So the DMCA law was passed in 1998, which means it was drafted well before that. So the laws now that are being applied to things like YouTube and TikTok and places like that, it was done in 1998. It is a very old law.
I'm surprised they didn't update it.
Well, they don't want to update it because the companies like the way it is now. They like being able to abuse that system because it puts way too much power in the hands of the copyright holder. So literally, like honestly, the reality is, so do you guys know how DMCAs work? Like I know Paige probably knows, but do you know how they work? 3Dub chat, do you guys know how it works?
Sort of. But
okay, so say for example, I DMCA. So 3Dub, we'll use you as an example. Imagine you took one of my videos and you were reacting to one of my videos, right?
Sure.
And I didn't want you to do that. Even though it's fair use, I didn't want you to do that. So I DMCA your channel. And you have an option on YouTube. You can take it out of your video or you can dispute it and say, no, this is fair use and I can do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you dispute it, guess who gets to decide whether or not it's fair use?
You?
Me. So if I've already claimed you for this, and you come back at me and you say, no, it's fair use, I've probably already looked at your content, and that's why I did it in the first place. So I would be the one that would claim it. And so I would say no. The only time a company changes their mind about it is if they're paying a third party to do it. So like when Paige and I were doing reviews and we were getting claimed all the time, there was literally one person we could email at that time that would fix it for us. And it was fixed for a very long time.
It was pretty up until like COVID. I remember COVID is sort of where that, bro, I think he just left the company.
Yeah. So we were getting claimed for everything. So we decided, I don't even remember how I found the person's name. I don't know if it was you, Paigey, or where we found it.
It was me. I'm pretty sure I think I gave it to you, and I think was it Boba? I think I think I gave it to you.
And we wrote the guy, and I was just like, look, I'm not uploading episodes of TV. I'm just reviewing the show. I don't even use clips. And so he put us on like a whitelist so that they wouldn't come after our channel. And for like 5 years, I think ish.
Of course, Eric loves being on white only lists. So
yes, of course.
It was like a double win. It was like
it is.
Wow.
So for like 5 years, we were able to do our reviews without any trouble whatsoever. And then when all of the shakeup happened during COVID with Warner Brothers, all of a sudden they started coming after our content again. I think I got like 4 or 5 claims from like videos from like 2017.
Although the issue was that they backlogged them, so if there was like certain videos and stuff that like maybe they could easily like latch onto, like you just wake up and there'd be like 5 emails. One would be, okay, the video I uploaded a week ago. The other 4 are like a year old or something.
Well, the other thing was, I remember, it's so funny. We're gonna watch this trailer after this, but I have to say this: the one clip that I could use reliably from Arrowverse that never got claimed was the superhero fight club clips.
Those were the ones. Those were the ones where there wasn't. It was something like that where it was original, and you know probably it wasn't aired on TV, or the really quick ones where like they're showing like only like a second to 2 seconds of certain scenes throughout various episodes, almost like a montage type thing.
Well, 3Dub doing all of his videos now has figured out how to get around it by doing it a certain way. So don't reveal your secrets, 3Dub, but he's figured out a way to do it. So.
57 videos and still no restrictions.
Yeah.
No copyright.
All right, so let's watch this. Paigey, have you seen this trailer for Predator Badlands? Have you seen it yet?
I think I've seen like either screenshots or like the little, like quick little things.
I've seen a couple screenshots too. Yeah, I haven't seen the whole thing yet. So anyway, let's.
To be honest, I didn't even know they were making.
Oh really?
I didn't even know they're making another Predator movie. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I thought I heard that they were, but I thought it was a sequel to Prey. But apparently, it's not. Like at least a direct sequel.
I think it all just
the same director.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just kind of all exists in the same world, but just not. Anyway, let's go.
Prey was good.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think you survived.
November. Okay.
Is this a theater release?
Yeah. It looks good. Like so far, it looks good. I've seen the pictures. I saw look good too. Yeah, this looks great.
That's Eric in the morning.
What is happening? Wait, hold on. Let me pause it for a second. Is this the Predator's homeworld? Let me check something here.
Well, they look like different.
Well, I mean, it says Predator Badlands, so I'm assuming it's not Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's Earth.
Or maybe it's another planet that they own. Like they've like colonized another like planet or something, and they use it as like something.
Well, it's basically saying there's a young predator, like I guess a very early predator, who's been cast out. Hold on, what does it say here? cast out from its clan an alien hunter and an unlikely ally embark on a treacherous journey in search of the ultimate adversary. So I don't think it's on Earth. I think it's taking place on another planet.
Oh, it doesn't look like Earth, but it might be like it's obviously somewhere else in
Yeah.
the
Yeah, well,
space.
yeah, but I don't think I don't even know if any of it's on Earth. Is what I'm saying. It feels like it's all another place.
Are we on Earth, Eric? That's the
I
big
don't know.
question.
Earth 2, maybe.
Oh,
It can't be killed.
All right, I want to say this is very Star Wars to me, right? Does this look Star
Yeah.
Wars to anybody else? Hold on. This looks very Star Wars.
It can't be killed.
It felt like Rebel Moon for a second too.
Oh, this looks better than Rebel Moon to me.
Well, I'm in the
This is really interesting. It's totally giving me Star Wars. It's like Predator in the world of Star Wars, kind of. Doesn't
But
it
you
look like
also-
it looks like
you
a
also-
Jedi with a lightsaber.
you know what it also isn't doing?
What's that?
Giving like anything away. I wouldn't be able to tell you, which means they're probably hiding crap.
So
Yeah. I mean, that's why I said I had to look up what the synopsis was because I don't really know.
So
I feel like nowadays, if you're gonna make something like a Predator movie or an Alien movie, you have to make it. I know it sounds weird, but worth it. Because remember we got like those Predator movies and like the Alien versus Predator movies and stuff. I still remember that Predator movie where they go to remember like the prisoners get dumped on that island and
That was one of my favorite. I know people didn't like that one. That was one of my favorite.
I actually think
movies.
I saw that like in high school and I thought it was gnarly and stuff. Like the guy got his spine ripped out and stuff like that. I thought it was like holy shit. But at least it's like it was a predator being a predator.
if Predators are allowed in like Marvel Comics, does that mean like Predator is owned by Disney? That
It's a Fox property, so yeah.
That would explain the Star Wars feel.
Joshua says what's more interesting is that the Predator is the protagonist of this movie. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty neat way to.
Was
Tell
Prey a
for it.
part of the Fox? When Disney bought it.
Prey came out like a couple years ago, so yeah,
Okay.
it would have been part of Disney then.
So how do
yeah,
you
'cause
like the?
Came out Disney Plus. So, yeah.
How do you like the comparison from the original to the Prey?
You know, there's a lot of people who seem to feel as if a movie didn't come out 1,000 years ago, it's not good. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's got to be the original, the OG, whatever. I'm not super stuck on that. I look at movies like we're talking about modern movies. The way modern movies are made are very different than the way movies were made back in the day. Like a movie that was made back in the day had to work within the confines of what they were capable of doing. So a lot of the stuff that we got felt more real because they didn't have the ability to make things look the way they look now. So I always remember that when I'm watching something more current compared to the older stuff. This doesn't look bad to me. However, some people prefer like the OG movies where the predators are on Earth chasing people, and that's
I remember back in the
fine.
day, like Godzilla's was an actual suit, not like CGI.
the what now?
Oh, Godzilla was an actual suit, not like CGI, where they can't like make.
Oh! You mean like the original
Yeah,
Godzilla
the original.
movies? Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people like that because it's also very like Power Rangers too, like the idea of like these characters. in
Power
giant
Rangers
suits or
did it
whatever.
better.
So, well, I mean, it's also newer. The old Godzilla movies are like much older than Power Rangers. I don't really care about that stuff. Look, when I was growing up 1,000 years ago, I always wanted to see the things that I loved from comic books and cartoons come to life and be believable. So I'm not going to attack movies for using VFX and CGI because I feel like a lot of times it does things that we can't actually do in real life. And it makes it look good, in my opinion. There's bad VFX, there's bad CGI, but we've gotten hung up on this idea that there's no such thing as bad practical effects, and that's just not true. There's bad practical effects too. There's movies where the practical effects, even though they look more real, they're still not as good as some of the better ones.
For instance, I'm a huge fan of Smallville. Everyone knows this, but Doomsday, his practical suit looks like shit. But when
Who's?
Doomsday,
Oh, yeah.
his practical suit looks like shit. But when you put it lighting and coloring on it, it looks better.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. This looks good to me. What do you think, Paige? Do you like it or not like it? Or
I don't know. I don't know if I'd rush to the theater to watch it, but it's also not showing much at the same time.
right?
So, but to be fair, like I thought Prey looked fine in the trailers, and then I watched it and I was like, oh, I thought the movie was better than what the trailers sort of, were promoted and stuff like that. But then again, that was a Disney Plus release. I don't even know if that went to theaters. I think that was straight to digital, wasn't it? Straight to streaming.
Yeah. By the way, guys, the goal is up on the Reloaded channel. If we hit the goal, I will put up a poll within 30 minutes at the end of the stream, and you guys will get to pick something. The one that won the poll, the choice that won the poll in the last stream was a Sunday bonus stream. So the bonus stream this week will be about Thunderbolts. So my bonus stream on Sunday will be a Thunderbolts spoiler stream. So you guys picked it, and we'll do it. So it'll be a lot of fun. Let's talk about. I want to just express how exhausted I am over dumb discourse around movies and just the kind of stuff that we see in articles and the news now. I miss the days when a movie's promotion was literally just the trailer and a couple of interviews on the red carpet. I miss those days because there was so much less for people to complain about, so much less for people to get bent out of shape about. And actors were outspoken back in the day. They just, not everything got polarized and put up on the internet.
Yeah.
And I feel like now, anytime an actor says anything at all, it doesn't matter how tiny it is, it gets blown up. It gets absolutely blown up. And people complain about it. It's like we live in this cycle of people being angry about things an actor said. Like, think about this. Think about all of the people we have now, the directors and actors we have now that are older, who say dumb shit now. If you think they just started saying dumb shit out of nowhere,
yeah.
If that's what you believe, they've always been like that. It wasn't on the record. And now this stuff is on the record. So now we have Julia Garner, who is this headline. I dread getting up tomorrow to make a video on my Debunks channel and having to see how many awful videos are going to be about this article. So that's why I decided to talk about it tonight, because I just want to get it out of the way. Julia Garner was confused, in quotes, because I'm sure they're breaking up her actual quote.
Yeah.
Because the quotes are all over the place. Julia Garner was confused by Fantastic Four's gender swap Silver Surfer casting. I'll play anything. That doesn't even make any sense. That quote, all is one thing, doesn't make any sense. By the way, I hate to say this to everybody out there that keeps talking about it. This is not a gender swapped character. Shala Ball
I keep grabbing
is a woman in the comics. And she was Silver Surfer at one point. There was a run with her as the Silver Surfer.
I keep grabbing my head in distress because every time someone's like gender swap, I'm like, no, read a damn comic book.
What if the twist in the movie is that it's actually a male character? It's a male Shalabol, and then there actually is a gender swap.
I mean, if that happens, then fair enough.
Would you appreciate
fair enough if that happens, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. But fair enough if it did. Also, I feel like she was led into this question, or this answer, I should say. So let's go down. I'm going to scroll through this and get to this.
Is Julia Garner in anything that relates to Fantastic Four?
What?
Or just some random actress?
What do you mean?
You don't know who she is?
I know that she was in I need to see a picture because
hold on, I'll show you a picture of her right here. Right here. This is Julia Garner.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
We've talked about this before. I think Paige, you mentioned it. getting someone at her level to play this character, which is probably going to be a one-off character, is a little interesting when they could have had anybody, to be honest. But
Well, it's just mainly because she doesn't really look like her.
Yeah.
So unless it's mainly for, I guess, the. But then again, we'll talk
They
about
really
how-
put like CGI effect on her as Silver Surfers because I could not recognize her.
right. So they sat down with her, and she says, "I met up with director Matt Shackman, who's lovely. We met up at some restaurant in Burbank or something. I don't remember, but I knew it was for the Fantastic Four. Okay, fine. That's no problem there. And this is where it spirals. And then I was confused because I was like, wait, isn't the Silver Surfer a man? I was like, okay, well, I'll play anything. I was a very, very big fan of Matt's. So there was already in my mind, like, I should probably meet with Matt Shackman because he's a very smart director and I love his work. He was explaining to me that it's actually Shala Ball and that whole thing. You notice how they didn't include this part right here, this last bit out of the headline?
I think it was intentional.
Well, it was definitely intentional. But I also want to point out, and I fucking hate this, actors don't have to know everything about every single comic book history of a character they're playing.
I will say, like, I've always like used this as an example, but Tom Welling didn't even know like one thing about Superman lore, and he was like, "There's a Hawkman."
Well, I mean, the thing is, I'm a firm believer, solid believer that
not flaccid. No.
when somebody gets asked to do like to play a role, or they audition for a role, or they read a script or whatever, everything that you need to know should be on that paper, because that's the story you're telling at that time. I don't think, or I don't expect for actors to come in as existing super fans of the characters they're playing. Is it cool if they are? Yes. That's great. That's cool. It's an extra layer that we get. I don't think it should be a requirement, in my opinion.
I think with a lot of the things, like, I would say, like, I was going to say like 9 times out of 10, but I'd be like 99 times out of 100. You're better off getting someone that has no fucking clue what a character is meant to be like, or have no real knowledge, because they're just going to base it off a previous thing, you know.
And it's not like she like didn't have knowledge as this interview was coming along, because obviously she said, and then he was explaining to me that it was actually Shala Bal and not a male's, swap.
Right.
I mean, I think that's a bit different, because Silver Surfer, especially in like the 90s and early 2000s, was a very pop culture thing. Like, you didn't even have to watch any of that shit, and you knew who Silver, like, he was on t-shirts and crap like that. Silver Surfer.
It's just so exhausting, because I'm pretty sure, if I had to bet on this version is either a one and done character that doesn't make it out of this movie, or is some sort of a plot device going into the MCU with like the Norrin Rad Silver Surfer. That's what my takeaway is. And I'll stand by that. I don't know. We'll have to wait until we get to the next film or Doomsday or whatever the fuck it is. But to get upset about... So the thing that frustrates me about this is they are upset that a character from the comics is in the movie.
Yeah.
That's what we're upset about. Because getting mad that Norrin Rad isn't in the movie is not the argument. The argument is exactly what this article says. Let me roll this up here, because I think it's very important to understand. It says here, gender swapped. That's what they're mad about. They're mad about something that isn't actually a thing. This isn't a gender swap version of that character. This is another character who was also Silver Surfer. Even if it was only for like 5 issues. Like, that doesn't matter. It was in the comics. It was a storyline. It took place on another Earth, which is exactly what's happening in this movie. Yeah. So this isn't even like people saying, that they're ruining Norrin Rad. They're not saying that because it's not Norrin Rad. So it's a completely manufactured argument. Now, Glenn Garner here, who wrote this article, edited it, whatever you want to call it, knew that this was the discourse online, and that's why this was the lead in for this. I can see him right now sitting at his desk. Oh shit! This is a good one, guys. We're gonna get some clicks on this one. I have to get real creative with the title to make it work, but we can make it work. We're gonna pull on the tug on the culture war a little bit.
Clicks, but not a lot of comments.
Well, not on this, but you'll see the videos will be out. I'm surprised they're probably out by now. This came out at 3:30 this afternoon.
Those are the six grifters.
I haven't even looked. We got a super chat here, starting the ball on our super chats from Vanessa Fontaine, $4.99 super chat, and a team member. Thank you, Vanessa. With Thunderbolts good reviews, I'm actually optimistic about the summer movie season. Which movie do you think will hit $1 billion first? Minecraft, but I guess it's not a summer movie. I don't know.
World.
It's yeah. I would say if I were
just because it comes out first, like
yeah.
simply.
Well, I also think it's got legs, like 4 legs and a tail. I actually think that movie,
a Tyrannosaurus Rex only has 2 and little arms.
Yes, true. That's true. I think that movie has the like. If you're talking on paper, which one is going to be like Paige? You place a lot of sports bets.
Like, draw my story for the day.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hit an 18 times multiplier just before I jumped on stream. I was sitting there. I fucking hate baseball, but I was like, I'll watch this baseball. It's the last thing on my leg. Had to watch this Las Vegas Athletics. I thought they were in Oakland. Apparently they've moved. And I had to watch this guy, and I thought he fucked it. And I don't know if it's a thing called hits plus runs plus RBIs, which essentially just is like if you get any sort of combination. I needed 2 from him, and he got him in one swing. I think he got like 4 in one swing or something, and I won. Ooh, it was a roster, Eric. I'll have to go across the road and get some Italian pizza.
Going along with that is if you had a roster or a lineup of like picks, I think for me, the Jurassic World movie would be the one that would be the almost a sure bet. Like it would be the highest percentage of reaching $1 billion out of all of them. I don't think Thunderbolts is going to reach $1 billion. I think Thunderbolts is at best 600 range movie. I think that's at its very best. Look, I'll be excited if it breaks 500. Only because right now there's just such a negative aura around the movie that like Marvel now has to do like this fake damage control shit because of Captain America.
It's like, you know how like aura's been overtaken for like, like alphaness and stuff like that online and everything lately. I'm reading this book on Troy by Stephen Fry, and it keeps using the term aura in it, and every single time it comes up, like he's like they talk about a certain like character in like the mythological tales, like, oh, he has this aura, or she had this aura about her, and it takes me out of it. I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to like immerse myself.
You can't get locked in.
Well, no. It pisses me off.
Serenity, I do know it's Norrad. It's just I said Norman.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay. So I want to talk about something a little shitposty now, only because I think it's important to...
Oh, by the way, 4chan's still down, apparently.
How long has it been down?
I don't know. I saw on Twitter today that 4chan's apparently still down.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you're a frequent user. I thought you would know, but anyway.
Not me. Okay, so we have to talk about this. I've seen a lot of people trying to defend this design over the one that we actually got in the movie. And I want to assure everyone, there was no good version of this character.
No.
Like, this design and the one we got in the movie are both equally bad.
They failed as the leader.
The leader is one of the corniest, dumbest looking characters in Marvel Comics. He just is. He is a product of a really bad design that never went away. There was no way they were going to make this work. I actually think when we talked about the movie, I don't remember which stream it was, but one of the mini streams we talked about it. I said this would look stupid. Even if this would have been the one they would have gone with, it would have looked bad in the movie. Think about it. Like, this person looks ridiculous, which is probably why they changed it. It looks stupid.
Looks like he's got gout or something. Like
it just doesn't look good.
Like, it's like, oh, I saw this thing on TikTok, and this dude bathed in beetroot juice, like mashed up beetroots, and his skin turned pink. Like, he dyed his skin pink or something. I think it lasted for a few days. This is like if you did the same with, like, I don't know, like what?
I
Broccoli or
I
something?
know the comments want to fight for this. The comments that you guys like, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong, but for me, there was no good design of this character. He looks stupid in the comics like this. He looks stupid with the Cabbage Patch head. He's a stupid looking character. So for me, there is no better or worse. They are both bad equally. If this would have been the one that's in the movie, it would not have made the movie better. This would not have changed the quality of the movie in the least. It still would have had the same issues it had before. What are we looking at here? Hold on. You know I can't show this. No, we can't look at that.
Why?
YouTube has a very strict policy on that now. Like, it will literally get your channel banned.
Well, thank God it's not my channel that we're on.
That's why I didn't know what it was, but when I saw it, I'm like, no, we can't do that. I can't show it.
Sure?
We can talk about it. I can't show it on screen, though.
What if we, like, just pretended it wasn't on screen?
Right. So what were you going to say about it, though?
Oh, no, that was just the winning slip.
Oh, okay. I just, look, I have a big problem with dumb looking comic book characters that can work in cartoons and comic books that does not work in live action. Unfortunately, all of the leader's biggest fans, which apparently there's a lot of them, I didn't know they existed. I've been reading comics for like 48 years. I had no idea that the leader had a bunch of fans. Apparently he does.
You read comics as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, 2. You and Lance.
I didn't know, but they came out of the woodwork when this movie came out. All of a sudden, there were a bunch of leader fans. I've never liked this character. I've never liked this character from day one. This reminds me a lot of the really bad idea of trying to make MODOK work in Quantumania. Like, it doesn't work. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It doesn't. Neither one of these characters, this one or MODOK, would have been any better with any sort of tweaking. They just don't work in live action for me. That will be my opinion for the end of time. I do not like dumb looking characters in live action. I think they look so silly. Like, is this guy scary? No, he looks like somebody.
He looks like he's like on drugs.
He just like literally, he is not scary. Just not.
I will say,
he's not.
I will say, I liked him in The Incredible Hulk, but I did not care for him in the Brave New World.
Wait. Oh, you like the actor in Incredible? Yeah. No, he was fine there. I actually think if you're going to do the leader, right? If you wanted to do this character in live action, you just can't do anything with his head. Yeah. You can make him green. You can maybe make him slightly deformed, but this is not it.
Someone said like an older Jimmy Neutron. I laughed.
It just doesn't work for me. It never will. You can't change my mind. This isn't one of those things like me sitting with a cup of coffee. Change my mind. You can't change my mind. I think it looks stupid, one way or the other. Just it is. Shadius is a new channel member. Thank you so much. Is that Crypto? Is that another version of Crypto?
I wanted to say good boy, but because of the dog picture.
Look, if this change would have been something that would have made the movie better, I could agree with it. But this doesn't make the movie any better. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't change anything. You would have to change the entire character story. So, yeah, I don't see this as being a good thing. What about you, Paige? Do you like characters that look like this?
I mean,
you can be honest.
If it was actually like character that people cared about, then yeah. But like, I guess forcing or like a ridiculous abundance of care on it, I don't know. It just seems very disingenuous.
Like, here we go. This
is a reason to complain.
I think it's because he doesn't look like.
Neither one of these are good. Neither one of these are good, in my opinion. At least the one on the right is scary.
I think it's because like he didn't look like the leader in the comics, so they're bringing out the fans. I'm using quotes, visible quotes here. That they're fans of leaders, so they're going to complain about it.
I just didn't know there was this many fans of the leader. like that was my thing, is I just didn't know. Hold on here. Let's see, where is it at? All right, here we go. We'll look over here. I don't think there's a Rotten Tomatoes score yet for Thunderbolts.
That's shocking.
Well, I don't think it opens. I don't think they. I don't think there should be. I don't think we should see a Rotten Tomatoes score until the end of the weekend.
When does that movie come out?
This Thursday.
Next
next Thursday.
So like a
next
week
Thursday,
from
next
now.
Thursday.
I was going to say, surely it's not this week. I thought it was early May.
Yeah.
I might actually go watch this in theaters because the trailers have looked good.
Yeah. All right, so let's kind of go down here and see what some of these quotes are. Again, there's no spoilers here. Saying here, Sean Chandler. We all know Sean, or at least I think we all know Sean.
I don't know, Sean.
I really dug Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is fantastic. Thunderbolts is truly fantastic. So, Fantastic Four coded there.
Wow, fantastic!
Look, I laughed, cried, cheered. It had a fantastic time. Right? Absolutely love the team dynamic. A legit good character ensemble piece. Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty great.
No, what about fantastic?
Best MCU film in a long time. I was very, I did my video earlier, and I was very happy that I didn't see any comparisons to, unreasonable films. Like, it didn't say the best thing since Nolan's Batman or the best thing since Endgame. Like, I hate when that's the lead-in for these reactions. Like, don't say that. Like, stay away from overhyping a movie. Overhyping a movie leads to disappointment every single time.
How long was it since Deadpool and Wolverine? Because that was
last year.
That was still a great movie.
it was, but the thing about it is they love to pick the best movie they possibly can, and then compare it to that. That's awful marketing. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Yeah, these aren't reviews, Serenity. These are because they're not going to give you any details. They're not reviews. They're social media reactions. But some of them feel like reviews.
I wonder if a lot of them are going to 180 what they originally said.
No, I don't think so. I think what you'll see happen is anyone that gives it a bad review or bad reaction, you'll see them right after the embargo lifts, because they're gonna want to tell you why they didn't like it. So they need more space here. Thunderbolts is easily one of the best MCU movies in a long time, and maybe one of my personal faves. Yeah, I read Emily's in my video. I actually like this way of saying it. One of my personal faves. I think it's very fair as a critic to say that something is your personal favorite. Thunderbolts isn't just the best Marvel movie in a while. It's flat out top tier Marvel. That's actually pretty good. I haven't felt this giddy. Griffin here goes, I haven't felt this giddy. Is he meant gritty?
Giddy.
I haven't felt this giddy leaving MC movie in years. It's top shelf Marvel.
Well, thank God he didn't feel diddy leaving it. That would have been really concerning.
So what's the point of the brackets over its? Is that supposed to emphasize something?
Well, when you were writing... Yeah, go ahead, Pedro.
Well, sometimes they probably say Thunderbolt is top shelf Marvel.
Right, and they're shortening it.
So it's shortening it by putting its.
Okay.
I think this is the best looking MCU movie in years. It may not be the flashiest, funniest, or strongest Marvel film, but its rough edges and imperfections somehow all feel fitting for this anti-hero team of misfits. That is a very real reaction there. I appreciate that one. Thunderbolts is better than Marvel's last movie. The second half is typical MCU formulaic comic book. Well, but that's the thing. This is what people keep saying they want. This is what people they can't make up their mind. It's like a game of tennis. It's like this. Want different, want same. Want different, want same. That's the game they play with everybody.
Season 4, Phase 4 was different. Phase 5 is typical.
Yeah. A comic book movie that abruptly wraps up everything that didn't work for me. Okay, so John Flickinger, who I don't care for, don't like this guy, has an opinion that I don't necessarily like about it. I think that this is one that I have to see if I agree with him in the end. But based on everybody else's reviews of it, I don't know. I don't regard him very highly. He's used to do a lot of video collabs with what's his name? Not
Stockman.
Was it Chris Stuckman? Is that who I'm thinking about?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah. I was thinking that it was what's his name, the other guy.
He should change his last name to Nicker because it's the
Oi!
Wait, wait.
the Nick pick. What were you thinking?
I don't know. That sounded real sus. That sounded real sus.
Look at his last name, Flick Inger.
No, I know, like a nitpick. I get it. I get the joke, but I'm saying like before you got to that point, it sounded very sus. But you clutched it up there at the end.
I don't know. I think he might have still fumbled it out of bounds.
I don't know.
think
I'm
so?
like, that wasn't my intention.
Right, like Jaybird is like, look, he's throwing one in for you there.
It doesn't even make sense though. The Nick pick has to be the nitpick.
That's true. Nitpick, yeah. The movie abruptly wraps everything up and didn't work for me. I'm going to be paying attention to that because I want to see what he means by that. Abruptly wraps everything up. I'm going to assume that he's probably mad that they can't beat Sentry physically.
Wait,
so
what was the Asian racism from 3Dub?
That was from like. Can we not get back into this? Like this is.
Let me.
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so originally I was like, if RDJ can basically be American and not whatever Dr. Doom is his origin, if he's not literally that Romanian, why is it a problem that you can have an Asian and Japanese mix? Like an actress can be Japanese and still play an Asian person.
I don't think that's what they're talking about, 3Dub. I think they're talking about the thing from Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, but they were talking about how, I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, Anthony, but I think the comment that they might be referring to is the thing about like whether they're Chinese or Japanese or something like that. I can't remember exactly what you said, but I do remember that's probably what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to like basically.
Yeah, but when you brought up the Robert Downey Jr. thing with Doom, I think it kind of confused what the comment was.
I was like, if Scarlett Johansson can be American and not Russian, right, and RDJ can be American, not Romanian,
right?
What happened? Like Chinese can be an Asian.
Well, no. Also, well, that Chinese people are Asian, but
no, I mean like Chinese people can play another race.
Right. Okay. So I do want to back that up a little bit. So there are movies where people who are Korean play people that are Chinese. That does happen. There's vice versa. That does happen. So I don't think that's a hot take, but I don't think that's why they're joking about that with you. I think it's something else. I don't think that's it, because I don't think I don't think that is necessarily the most outrageous thing.
That's what I meant by it. So.
Right. No, I get that, but I'm talking about all of the stuff with you and Lance back and forth with where you're talking about Daredevil Born Again. I think that's what it is. So, yeah. Okay. Paige, are you still confused?
No, I wasn't confused at all. I just thought it was funny.
So,
yeah.
All right. Griffin here says, I cannot understand how much this plays like a spiritual sequel to James Gunn's Guardians trilogy, brimming with heart and sincerity. Well, I will say this did feel a little bit like a Guardians type movie when the second trailer came out. Sean says, I was going to make the same comparison, but held back because I didn't want people to interpret it as James' humor. Soundtrack, it's not that. It's another story of rejects finding their family. The biggest compliment I can pay to Thunderbolts is that I felt like it felt like Infinity. Oh no. Okay, at least he didn't directly compare it to Infinity War. Focus on characters and story rather than fan service or future setup. Really felt like old MCU. But see, I don't think people want old MCU, because I would argue that Captain America Brave New World was old MCU. Is that a fair statement? I feel like that movie, even if you loved it or hated it, it did feel like a phase 1 or 2 movie. So for me, that's not really... I don't think that's necessarily what people want to hear anymore. Is that it's old MCU. I don't think that's the magic phrase anymore. It's gritty, emotional, and unlike anything Marvel's done. So wait. Is it unlike anything Marvel's done before, or is it old MCU? Which one is it?
Like, I don't have a problem with it being old MCU. It's nostalgia.
Yeah. Thunderbolts is in many ways different from other MCU films that have come before it. So it's the same, but it's also different. Freshness could have arrived at a more opportune time when the franchise is in need of new blood and direction. So it is simultaneously, let's take all this in. This is funny. It is simultaneously old Marvel, Infinity era Marvel, a throwback, but also like Guardians of the Galaxy, but not like Guardians of the Galaxy, different from Guardians of the Galaxy, something that's not, the humor is not the same, the characters are similar, but it's also fresh and new. It's something that Marvel's never done before. This is a very confusing, like, opinion.
Anyone else get whiplash from that?
Yeah. Serenity, I know this is probably going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, but I don't think fans know what they want. I think that's the reality of it. I think there is, because Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't necessarily reminiscent of anything. They brought characters back in, but the movie itself didn't feel like another movie. Captain America Brave New World was the closest thing we've had to Phase 2 in a long time, and people didn't like it. Mm-hmm. So it isn't enough to just make something feel nostalgic. That's not going to work. You have to actually do something with it. That's what I think. Saying something is old school MCU isn't enough anymore to get people to spend their money on tickets. I think we've crossed that bridge already. Anyway, there's a lot of spoilers out there, so I would say avoid hashtag Thunderbolts, because there's a lot. I've been dodging bullets on that one for sure.
I've been like literally off the internet watching anime until the next week.
All right. Somebody wanted me to talk about this because we talked about it a little bit back when this was first dropped. I think this actually came out a couple years ago. But Sentry versus Superman. We're talking about like powers and stuff like that. Now, I want to start out by saying that the characters themselves are vastly different. They're similar in archetype and some of their powers, but they're not the same kind of characters out
Yeah.
So Superman has heat vision and super breath. Sentry has molecular kinesis and resurrection. Sentry has
Superman does have resurrection depending on the story. So
yeah. Sentry has photokinesis and umbrakinesis. Superman has invulnerability and longevity. They both have superhuman strength, speed. Sentry has durability and senses, and Superman has agility and senses. He's also durable too. But I would say Sentry's probably a little bit more durable than Superman.
They made it seem like Superman could actually wipe a memory from Superman 2.
Superman 2 was weird. Don't ever use that as a reference for anything.
I'm just like, they made it seem like he could, but it didn't work.
There was an era, like I can't remember if it was Superman 3 or 4, where he was able to rebuild a building with his mind. That was like weird. Yeah. So Sentry has flight and teleportation, and Superman has flight and interstellar travel. Sentry, regenerative healing and immortality. Superman has solar energy absorption.
Jaybird.
Power sharing, energy absorption, psionic abilities. Mr. Fantastic stated he was an Omega level threat, and Nick Fury's intel classified him as power level 10+. Genesis enhancement. Superman was exposed to War World's Genesis-powered White Sun. The mineral's energy enhances existing powers and grant him new abilities. Cosmic construct creation, mechokinesis, and teleportation. Which I don't know if he still has that since they've updated. Is that from like is the newer era of Superman still have those powers? I don't think he does. I think that teleportation and energy construct creation, like
he never had teleportation.
Well, he did it with like this run here where he was enhanced by the White Sun.
That I guess it's a one-off thing.
Yeah. I don't think that's still something that he has anymore. All right, let's do this.
Request for you ain't wrong.
All right, we are an hour in, and you guys, we have 1 out of 10 super chats. Am I seeing this right? That's crazy. I'm shocked. It said at any tier, so they can. What were you gonna say, Paigey?
It's a bruh moment, I think they call it.
Bruh?
Yeah.
All right,
That's what
let's
the
see
kids
here.
say.
Somebody posted this.
Hmm.
Oh, that was kind of funny. Let's see. What are we going to talk about next? You want to talk about Pedro Pascal and the J.K. Rowling thing? Did you see this, Paigey?
No.
I did see that he was in like denial about something that happened in The Last of Us. Active denial.
No. This is a separate thing. I'll share the tab here and. Whoops. Here we go. Let's do this.
Pedro Pascal is calling out J.K. Rowling. Amid the Harry Potter author's ongoing anti-trans stances, Pedro is slamming Rowling's celebration of a Supreme Court ruling in the UK that excludes trans women from the legal definition of woman. With Pedro, whose
Can you
sister
pause
loves
this for a
Pascal
second?
as a trans woman,
Are you going to talk about the way this person is talking?
Yeah, what's with the fucking voice?
It actually sounds like AI to me. I don't
Is
know if it's
it-
a real person, but it
is
sounds
her-
like. It
Is
sounds
how
like
we
AI.
pronounce her name like Rowling or Rowling?
I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Okay.
So, go back here a second. Yeah, the voice sounds almost like it's AI, but we'll see.
as a trans woman commenting on an Instagram post
Text-to-speech.
describing Rowling's support of the bill. Awful, disgusting is exactly right. Heinous loser behavior. The British author, who first expressed her anti-trans beliefs in 2020, re-sparked backlash earlier this month
This
after
voice.
writing in an X post following
Yeah,
the
it's
Supreme Court
definitely AI.
ruling, "I love it when a plan comes together." E-News has reached out to reps for Rowling regarding Pedro's comments, but hasn't yet heard back. And The Last of Us
Hasn't
star is
heard
just the
back.
latest celeb to speak out against Rowling's support of anti-trans legislation. Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter in all of the
Kind of funny
franchise's
we can
8
make fun of
films,
an
has
AI voice.
previously made
Well, I don't
it
know if it's
clear that
AI.
he
Sorry if it's a real
disagrees with
person. You sound like
Rowling
AI.
on the issue. Writing in a 2020 essay for the LGBT nonprofit The Trevor Project, "While Joe is unquestionably responsible for the course my life has taken, I feel compelled to say something at this moment. Transgender women are women.
This
Any
is not new.
statement
This
to
is
the
an old
contrary
statement.
erases the identity and dignity of transgender people and goes against all advice given by professional healthcare associations who have far more expertise on this subject matter than either Joe or I."
All right, let's just go back because we kind of got lost in the sauce there. All right, so there's a lot of drama about this incident. I don't want to get into all the details about like whether or not JK is transphobic, not transphobic. We've talked about this before. She shares and spreads that material, and she made the picture or the thing. They didn't show the picture, but she had a picture of her like smoking a cigar or something, saying "I love it when a plan comes together," which made it seem like this was her intention all along, was to go after people's rights and things like that. And Pedro has a family member that's trans, and he's always been very supportive of that family member. But a lot of people are saying this is weird because he's currently on a show right now, or RIP, he was on a show on HBO, and they're promoting the upcoming, Fantastic Four movie at the moment. Mm-hmm. My question is, do we think that, because obviously he's going to speak up for his sister, and he's been a supporter of the community for years. This isn't news. Like, anybody thinks that this is new for Pedro has not been paying attention. But my question is, do you think this affects the Fantastic Four movie? I have my opinion about it, but do you think that him being vocal again about this is going to affect the Fantastic Four movie, or do you think people already knew that this was his opinion and it doesn't really matter?
I think people already knew it was his opinion.
So you don't think it's going to affect it? Is that what you're saying, 3Dub?
No.
What do you think, Paigey?
I mean, just go watch the fucking movie. Who cares? Like, I don't really care. Like, unless if he murdered someone, okay, then fair enough. Don't go watch the movie and support it.
If he started a fight in a bar, then
oh, like Ezra.
Yeah.
It's just like, I think people just want stuff to. I think people just want to be involved. If that makes sense.
Well, Lance has arrived because Paigey's here, so of course Lance has dropped in.
Hi.
I'm gonna
Hey,
get that ice cream again.
I think
I could go get some if you want.
Oh
me to.
no.
Well, Thread Up's here. I'm sure he'll enjoy it. We'll record
Yeah.
it for later.
I
To
think that Pedro has made it very clear about his opinions about all of this, just like JK has made her opinions very clear. So for me, it's just the butting of heads of two people that have been at odds with each other for a while. This isn't the first time he's talked about her, so it's not like this is a new thing. But we talked about this before. JK's opinions and activism against trans people didn't really affect most of the stuff coming out from Harry Potter, right? Like the game wasn't heavily affected. I will say I think the show it's looking bad for the show because of some of the casting choices, because they're obviously saying it's going to be woke because of some of the choices that have been made.
You can say Snape. It's fine to just.
Well, it's not just
say-
that. It's not just that though.
Specific one.
Apparently there's a concern about the casting of the main characters. Like,
Well,
people are worried they're
I
gonna
do
be
think
cast.
they'll make Harry Potter either mixed. I don't know if they'll make him full black. I think they might make him mixed though, because I don't know how you can do that storyline with Snape if it's meant to be. Because that's the whole thing they've advertised. The reason that they're doing this show is to make it a more. Was the term faithful used? I think it was like a faithful adaptation of the books. If you make Harry Potter white,
I mean, the
Snape
thing is that
It's,
she might.
it's hilarious. I saw a thread, and it's like all the sus stuff from the book. That as soon as you make Harry say on the show if he's white and Snape is black, it makes Harry seem like a massive fucking racist.
Absolutely. So you're
And
right. They
let alone
have they.
stuff with his dad in the flashbacks and stuff like that.
I feel like that JK and her and the team behind the show have kind of put themselves in a position where they have to do that, or
it has to be. I think Harry Potter,
change stuff from the books, which they said
but then,
they don't want to do. So
but then that completely undoes the whole point. You'd be like, well, hold on, I'll just go watch the movies then, because though the movies, like, they miss stuff at the end, at least those first like 3 books are faithful for the, at least I think pretty much all the movies are faithful to the core things that happen in those books. Of course, there's like side quests and stuff which are missed out on, which I'm sure you'd hope that the show would do to make it worth making the show. But yeah, it's but even with Hermione, like they call Hermione, like you have like Malfoy pretty much be racist to her.
yeah,
And I know you're not meant to like, but I know it's like, I know, but even then he's meant to be like an antagonistical character anyway. But I don't know, the whole thing's like a bit of a like. Funnily enough, the thing you could race swap is probably the Weasley family.
right.
It's just that how many would complain because there's like what, arguably 6 main characters that then you're race swapping, and
Well,
like,
are they canonically redhead in the books?
yeah, the redhead, but
Well, that's
just
you
that's
can't
just the
do
thing.
that. Like, look, I'm going to say this right now.
Oh, what? Because the whole redhead,
The redhead
the
erasure thing,
trend.
like if they do that, they're going to get trashed because of that. 100%. There's no circumventing that. That will be the argument. The minute they change someone with red hair to any other race or gender or whatever, they're going to get attacked online.
No, shortcast. She pretty much replied to someone saying you can see Hermione as you want or something like that. And then like another thing, she said like, oh, there's the possibility, but then there's literally artwork from before the movies were done where she looks like she does in the movies, like, and she's described as like being white in the books as well.
So Jaybird says
also
why,
like retroactively made Dumbledore gay as well and stuff like that.
and that was her. She's the one that said that.
Yeah.
Jaybird said, why she's obsessed with trans people. I read her manifesto and seen making a manifesto. And it was just her whining about men and saying that trans women are men, therefore bad. I don't know what, I truly believe that every person that is so hell-bent on this level of activism had something personal happen that caused them to snap. I don't know what it was, but I believe that there's something that must have happened in her life that caused her to radicalize. That's the only, because otherwise, why does she care? Why do you care? You know what I mean? Like Pedro gives a shit because he's got a family member that's trans. So that right there tells you immediately that he has a personal reason why he feels this way. And so that affects his entire life. When it comes to JK, like, what is her reason? Did a trans person serve her cold food or something? Like, I don't know. This one's funny here from Christian. You want to know something funny about the UK legislation debacle? Some of the chuds that champion J.K. Rowling transphobia are turning against her for being a radical feminist. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's always like funny when you see like
Yeah.
like typical people online and stuff, because J.K. Rowling is a massive lefty. Like all of her things line up with left wing,
Except for this one.
except for the
issue.
one thing.
But
and
this is the
it's
one.
just-
This
yeah.
is the thing she's known for now, though.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Quinlan says, "Are you saying that there aren't black people who are natural redheads? Because I work with one, and she's the same complexion as me, but a natural redhead." I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's the argument that people make online.
But
Like,
also,
I've-
I think
I've
I don't
always-
think I don't think you could.
yeah.
I don't think you could do the. I think if people want the Weasleys, they'd be like, if you're not going to make them like they like look or describe in the book, then make them,
Yeah.
whatever
Like
change
I've been
it.
one of the people where I've always said that just if the person's hair is red, then what difference does it make? But that doesn't matter to them. I mean, look at Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid is a really good example of
Is her head red in that movie?
no, but I'm saying like they tried to make her hair color more like the actual hair color of the character from the cartoon, and that still wasn't enough for all the people that are complaining about it.
Also, in the movie, are you sure she doesn't have red hair in that movie, or like
I mean,
reddish
she might have red hair, but what I'm saying is that their
Lance saw
complaint,
that movie, didn't you?
the complaint was
They
that
made her
she-
hair the color that it would actually be underwater. If
Yeah.
your hair would not be bright red underneath water.
But does it have like a tinge to it? Like
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I wasn't too sure. I haven't seen the movie. I just trying to think of the photos. And
Why,
the
why didn't you
posters.
see? Why didn't you see the movie, Paige?
I don't think I've even seen the original one.
Hmm.
I wasn't a Disney kid. I saw like Lion King and Toy Story's Pixar. I don't really count that as Disney.
Way to clear that up, Paige. Way to clear that up.
I don't know, because I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen the original Beauty and the Beast either.
Oh, something against Harry
I've seen
Harry
fucking-
Bear Wolf Bullman.
No, I think it's about fucking talking clocks and candles, to be completely honest. But you should not be speaking. But I think I know I've seen Fantasia. That's probably why I'm fucked up. Saw that shit.
I love a little Fantasia.
Well, Eric watches that one after he eats his little special brownies.
No, I don't.
Yeah, okay, I've heard different Fantasia Fridays at the Eric Reloaded household.
Garrett Dillahunt just cleared up all the.
Well, you know what? Fantasia Fridays is better than Meth Mondays at Eric Reloaded's houses. So
Is it
I'd
though?
rather- I don't know. Do you want to go to Eric's on Meth Monday?
I'd like to see what it's about.
I heard he freebase.
What? All right. I don't even know if we're going to hit the goal tonight, you guys. It doesn't seem like
We
we're
might
getting
get
there,
taken
so-
down before that even becomes an
Yeah, immediately, right away.
Anthony drug talk.
I don't know if we're going to hit the goal tonight, but I put up the poll so you guys can see what the options are. So if you did want to donate and vote, you can
put up the poll.
put up the poll. It's been a minute since we haven't hit the goal. Typically, we usually do. I think there's only been one time.
Well, yeah, but usually you're
It hasn't
more
happened, so.
seductive
Oh, is that what it is?
with your measures, if you want
Is
to
that
put it,
what's
or your
happening?
actions.
What do y'all think about
Oh,
this?
by the way, Lance, oh my god, that looks.
Oh my
awful.
god.
I'd be down for it. Looks like
What?
no, I'd say that no. I think 3Dub would be down for the first one because it looks like the face of Bizarro in one of his favorite adaptations.
I'm not going to respond to
I was
that.
going to say, what do you have to say, 3Dub? Any comments on that?
The second one kind of actually is my favorite out of the two that are horrible.
I want to talk about this for a second. So, this is so funny to me.
She's kind of hot.
So, Kathleen Kennedy, remember like last year, there was that whole story about her stepping down.
Mhm.
And then within a couple of days after all the hate channels made video after video after video about it, she came out and said, I'm not stepping down. I'm going to stay involved with making movies. I'm just not going to, I'm going to transition into another role. So I'm not stepping down to retire, which is basically what it was. And now somebody else, like 2 days ago, ran a thing about her stepping down in August. And within like 24 hours after all the people made fucking hate videos about it, it's like, update, Kathleen Kennedy is not stepping down in August. And then, to make matters worse, some people were saying that she's not even been head of Star Wars since 2020. That she's been the shadow head of the department. that there's actually someone else pulling the strings, and that she's just the face of Star Wars. I have never seen a bigger obsession with hating someone in a leadership role. This is crazy. Because the thing about it is, if she has not truly been the lead of Star Wars since 2020, that would mean that they fired her right after she made them $4 billion. That would also mean she's not responsible for all the bad decisions that were made since 2020.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. Serenity here says this woman's been stepping down for 10 years. Yeah, pretty much. Jennifer says, update, Kathleen Kennedy's transitioning. They'll take that out of context and run with it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Short Car says, what will happen first? Kennedy steps down or Marvel makes the Blade movie?
I still don't. I'm not sure how I feel about the period piece though.
Of Blade?
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to happen.
I mean, it seems cool, but
after Sinners, they're not making a period piece Blade movie.
No, because everyone's just not going to be as good.
That's why I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Paigey, did you guys get Sinners in Australia?
Yeah, it came out. I think it came out the week. No, it came out last week. It came out last week.
Did you watch it?
Sorry.
Did you watch it yet?
No, I'm going on Tuesday.
Okay.
I saw Warfare. I saw Warfare on Tuesday, on like the Tuesday that just went past.
I hope when you walk out of Sinners that you understand my plight as a black man.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say as a Haley Steinfeld simp. I thought that was
Oh, is that as well? Because some things she did in this movie, I want her to do to me.
Your wife's watching.
Oh, she knows. I told her already.
Oh, did you?
She said the things Michael B. Jordan did in this movie, she wants him to do them to her.
Oh my God!
So wow. For Comic-Con, I might.
Paigey, thoughts on that? Thoughts on that, Paigey?
Well, I don't know if that means that Lance is going to be wearing a mask tonight, or he's going to be in the cuck chair. I don't know what that means.
Oh, we're just gonna move on, I guess.
Cuck drums.
Why is Lance always horny?
Anonymous here says with a 199 super chat. So I just wanted to ask you and Boba on good terms. I mean, I haven't really spoken with Boba. I don't actually.
Oh, that's what that says. Oh.
Yeah, I had to read. That's why I was like zooming in. I'm like, what? I don't have any issues with Boba. I thought I made this kind of clear. I guess I didn't make it totally clear, but I talked about him last stream. How people were giving him shit because they were calling him a shill because he got a T-shirt for the Superman movie.
No, correction. It was only one person that did that, and that was that ass clown.
It is
Aaron
ass
Fisher.
Clown. Yes,
it was only that one idiot.
I hate that dude.
I hate that guy.
My point is, I don't have a negative opinion of Boba. The thing is that when it comes to like asking people to be on my streams and do stuff on my streams, I get a little bit frustrated when things don't go the way they're supposed to go, especially when like plans are made. That's it. I don't have any other issues with him whatsoever. So yeah, that's it. Anonymous here says he talked about you in his recent stream not too long ago, from what I heard. Really? Again?
It was the same stream. The one that me and Darren told you about.
Oh, yeah.
We were trying to get you to bury the hatchet.
But the thing was that, so the funny thing about that whole situation was I didn't want to make all that stuff public. Like, that was the issue, that I was put in a really bad spot because I was the one that was inviting him on, and then he wasn't able to make it. So people were coming in the chat constantly asking me about when he was going to be here. And I'm like, at a certain point, I can't keep covering. I have to straight up and be like, this is what's going on. And I know he spoke about it, and like you said in that one video where he talked about what I said, and it was sort of tongue-in-cheek because I don't have a problem with him. But it seems like people think we're beefing. There's no beef happening. There's no pork happening. There's no chicken happening. There's none of that.
Dang
is
it!
happening.
I was just about to say, what about chicken?
None of that is happening. I wish nothing but the best for Boba. I look, it would be far more entertaining, I guess, if he and I were arguing with each other, but we're not, because I don't just have any issues with that. I mean, if you want to ask me how I feel about War Stew, that might be different. That would be a different conversation.
Is War Stew still active?
He's still doing clickbait, yeah.
I love that for him.
Are you talking about Ben's takes? Or
Oh no, that was shots fired. That was shots fired. Oh no, 3Dub. You are on fire tonight. What is going on? What is happening?
I got a good night's sleep.
I guess. $5 super chat from Cameron. Thank you so much. We are 3 out of 10 now. You guys might come through. You might make it. You might make it. Maybe. Eric, have you seen the Green Arrow discourse on Lanterns? So I saw there was a picture, and I'm sure Lance has already dissected all this, but there was a picture that people thought was going to be Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, but apparently they're saying that's not the case, that he's some other guy.
I just sent you the thing. He debunked it himself.
Let me go ahead and find this here.
I wonder if he's supposed to debunk it and then surprise the fans anyway.
That was an Arrow mask from whatchamacallit. He has a full beard right now for whatever character he's playing in Lantern.
All right, let's see.
That was from like a Halloween thing. The guy that originally the guy that posted the storyboards is not even working on Lanterns.
Oh, let's see. This is really tiny. Hard to read. All right. No, me. I should be so lucky, but no, just a Halloween costume from a few years back. I'm a nerd. I'm just a nerd. I'm just a nerd, just a fan. Unless they want a one-legged conspiracy theorist, paranoid old man Ollie, then maybe I'll have a shot, but no intent to rile up. So again, people getting... Would we want him as old man Ollie?
No.
No, I know who I want to be cast as Oliver Queen. He's a guy with a lot of talent. He'd have to dye his hair and grow out a goatee, but I think he can pull it off.
Paige?
How did you know?
You said a lot of talent, so
All right, so we're going to talk about... All right, wait, hold on. I want to make sure. Does anybody care about one particular spoiler from Andor?
I don't.
Anybody? Okay. So let me set this up before we look at this tweet here.
Oh, y'all already talked about the Thunderbolt stuff.
Yeah, but you can talk about it too if you want.
Oh, I just wanted to say I'm excited because since this was an advanced fan screening, majority of the early reviews are legit and they're not just weird critics.
Right.
So you can trust this is the one film that you can legitimately trust that on, even though I'm still gonna go in and form my own opinion. Seeing some of the sneak peeks them jumping Taskmaster is funny as hell. I like it. I don't know why they're jumping her for, but I like it. Maybe we'll actually get the real Tony Masters later on down the line.
Yeah, I stopped looking at trailers and sneak peeks so I can be surprised.
3Dub, I heard you didn't actually go to the movies. I heard you pirate them at home in HD.
No, I bought my tickets.
No, you're thinking about his Jerkmate campaign.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How did you know about that? Just kidding.
Oh,
Let's just say I'm a big fan.
all right.
Wow.
All right. So on Andor, there is, and I'm gonna be careful about saying this because YouTube will literally crash the whole channel down.
Why?
There's SA present in
that
one of the episodes of episodes of Andor. There's a whole article on it. I was going to read the article, but I was looking at it. And I'm like, I can't because it's too they talk about it very openly. And unfortunately for all of us, YouTube is very fucking crazy about that. Okay. So there's SA, but we have Star Wars theory coming through with this dumbass comment.
Wait, I hate that guy too.
Yes, it's a dumbass comment. He has turned into like one of the worst take. Every take from him is a bad fucking take now.
You mean like
Right.
half of the Snyder cultists?
I mean, that's pretty much what it's turned into for him. So he goes, essay in Star Wars feels unnecessary. I mean, it's fiction. Everything can be unnecessary.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I feel like SA is unnecessary in general.
It is.
Okay.
It is. It is. So
Idiot.
that's why the take is even crazier. You can portray power dynamics and making the audience hate the Empire in other ways without taking it to such a disgusting place. I mean, let's think about all the stuff the Empire has done. Like literally, like genocided planets, murdered people, kidnapped people, tortured people. They've done just about every awful thing you could possibly imagine. But for some reason, this fucking idiot thinks that SA is a step too far for them. That for some reason that frames them in a bad light. They're space Nazis. Like you can make them do any awful thing you want because they're capable of doing it. That's the point. That's the point. Like, it's crazy. He goes, and then he says this about Vader. Vader wouldn't tolerate that shit, nor does the Empire condone it. Do we remember what Vader did before he was actually Vader? Do you remember? There was this thing where there was a bunch of kids, I believe. Right? Do you remember what happened with those kids before he actually put on the Vader suit?
Did he SA them?
Well, I mean, he went in and
He saber assaulted, I think.
he lightsabered them to unaliving, basically. So to try and paint Vader as being some sort of moral representation of what the Empire is fucking crazy. Vader is not Anakin. We have to remember that. There's a clear transition from Anakin to Vader. So it's crazy to me that he would try and paint Vader as the moral center of the Empire. And the Empire, they wouldn't condone SA, but they will literally genocide a planet. That makes it better, I guess. He goes, it has no place in Star Wars, period, unnecessary. This dude went from being the biggest Star Wars channel with one of the most, I would say like one of the most fun concepts, which is doing theories about Star Wars, to being a fucking hater. Like a dumb hater too. Like you're not even complaining about something that makes any sense. So you're going to tell me that in the world of Star Wars, we're supposed to believe that SA doesn't exist?
Yep.
That it doesn't happen? When we had Jabba the Hutt with a chain wrapped around Leia's neck while she's laying around dressed in Victoria's Secrets? Like...
Victoria's Secrets.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is brain rot shit, man. This is what TikTok is doing to us. This is media literacy in 2025. And this dude has a massive channel. It's like, what the fuck is happening? And then the first comment, let's read this comment here under it, which ratioed the fuck out of this guy. Bro, I love your content, but the Empire wouldn't tolerate it. Come on. He goes, You honestly think if Vader saw that, he wouldn't kill the guy and leave? Heck, he might kill the girl too. But no way he'd let that imp live if he saw imps killing younglings or anyone. Bro, he killed younglings. He did it before he ever even had the suit on.
You killed him good. I mean...
You wouldn't know, Lance.
Oh my God. Bro is really like, if he saw them doing something to younglings, he would be mad about it. He killed them. He's the one that did it. Holy shit. Like, I can't even with these people. Like, this is the kind of shit where it's like, are you a serious person? You have a multi-million subscribed channel, and this is what you decide to do with your platform? Say dumb shit like this? Look, Fatman goes, Vader has literally killed people for petty reasons. Didn't Leia wearing kinky and S&M outfit while chained to the original ugly bastard? Yeah. I just, holy shit. Not Stephen Amell. That's funny in the private chat. Anyway. All right.
I literally had to look you up too, just to be sure.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's just dumb. It's dumb. Like, we're talking about a fictional world where there are space Nazis and bros over here trying to white knight for the Empire, saying that Vader wouldn't be okay with it. Last time I checked, Vader is not the end-all, be-all of the Empire. He is a cog in the wheel.
But he is daddy.
That's true. I will agree with that. Cameron with a $5 super chat. I've seen people suspecting Garrett Dillahunty's character is actually Black Hand in Lanterns.
That's racist.
Well,
It's also ableist as well. Might not have a hand.
I don't know about that one.
I don't like how your glasses are reflecting, Eric. They're very reflective today.
Well, that's because almost everybody in the chat hated the non-reflective ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's cool how Eric has his like setup, like he's like a hacker. He's like Felicity Smoke right now.
What else? I forget what we had in the title. I'll make sure I cover everything in the title. We did Thunderbolts. We did Silver Surfer. We watched Predator. We talked about Pedro Pascal. We talked about Kathleen Kennedy. We talked about Andor. So we've covered all the big topics. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I can find anything about Black Hand. The stuff that Cameron's talking about here.
Did you get the new McCrispy strips, Eric?
No.
Are you planning on?
No.
Why?
Well, I don't even know if we have them, to be honest.
Yeah, America has them. That was the link I sent.
But Eric, I'm planning a very controversial video.
Are
I think
you?
I say erotic.
Yes. It's about this it's about
I already
being-
like it. Let's do it.
It's about being a Christian, or having a relationship with God inside of this like content creator.
Good luck.
space.
Good luck on that one. That is controversial. Good luck on that one.
Because of all the weirdos
Yep.
who like, bro, you had a problem with Black Panther. You had a problem with Deadpool because he said I'm Marvel Jesus. You had a problem with Moana. What's next? You got a problem with a movie literally called Sinners.
Oh, I've seen that. I saw where they were saying Christians should walk out of that movie or something like that. I was
Like people talking about some. I walked in and I had to immediately pray within the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes was somebody picking cotton.
Really?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
It's not literally that, but it is cotton picking in the film. It's the 1930s in Mississippi. Like, but I'm like,
One Mississippi.
I'm like, you people are weird. Like,
I'm-
not everything is that deep.
I'm getting ready to order McDonald's now. What is the name of them again? I want to see.
They're just called are they just called McCrispy strips or
I
tenders or
believe
something?
so. Like, why are you ordering McDonald's at 12:36 at night?
Because he can.
You're gonna have like I wouldn't order McDonald's like this late because it wouldn't be fresh.
I don't think that the McDonald's Eric's going to get was made 60 hours ago. Like.
No, you can
the one I'm
request
ordering from
refresh.
is a 24-hour McDonald's.
I was going to, the best time to order McDonald's is either like as they swap from breakfast to lunch or literally at like 2 a.m. in the morning.
You know they.
Because your food's going to be hot.
Jasmine Elder, I don't know why they're mad because it didn't have any Latino representation. There were no Latinos in the Mississippi Delta in 1932.
Also, you can actually request fresh when you order.
Yeah, you know what they do? They spit in your burger.
Yeah.
There's your fresh fries. Some extra coating.
So
So,
I know it's a 24
we have the
hour
McCrispy
McDonald's,
sandwich. Is that what
Y'all
you're
don't
talking
have-
about?
No,
we-
it's called like strips or something, isn't it?
It's strips. Yeah, it's strips.
Hold on, we're not trying to get demonetized.
Look in the chicken section.
Chicken section.
There's not a chicken section.
You don't have a chicken in the Australian one. It's just like chicken, and then that's where the nuggets and the chickens like.
Well,
No.
we're not
sandwiches.
all that privileged.
Oh, sorry, I
Mine-
forgot you're
mine has
having.
the-
I forgot your McDonald's has the gruel section and the
Wait,
I
don't
think
like,
mine has
the
chicken.
roadkill section.
Doesn't your McDonald's sell like fried chicken and like
No, we had
barbecue ribs and stuff?
no. I know in like in some of the Asian countries they have fried chicken. We had like some McDonald's had fried chicken, like limited things. It's not very good. Just go to KFC if you want fried goddamn chicken from takeaway.
KFC's the best, actually.
Such
Yeah, in
language.
Australia.
Such
Do you want me to
language.
bring up the KFC menu in Australia again?
No, let's not do that.
Makes you drool. Makes you go, why
This,
do I live in
I don't know
the
anything
United
about this,
States?
but you guys might know about this. So Naruto, who's been a member for 37 months, thank you for being locked in. Anyone happened to watch Council of Creators last night? Someone was channeling their inner Paigey.
I was not there, so I have no clue. It was not me though.
Well, it wasn't me.
And I don't care.
Oh,
Oh.
shit! Oh,
Wait, what? I thought you were reacting to that thing in the chat.
no, fucking 3 said, I don't care. Like, I was like, what? Hold on. I was looking up Black Hand to see if he looks like that character, but he doesn't really. So maybe
None
there
of
are, maybe
None of them look like the characters because they're aliens.
Let's see. Kayla with 1 super chat. He killed his wife and tried to kill Leia. Layla? Oh, gotcha. All right. And then it says here, Kayla says, so they're not above anything for real. Look, I would think anything the Empire does that's hateful is justified for the Empire. So saying that they would be against SA or any other form of abuse or torture is ridiculous. Don't they literally have a device that floats around that like brain probes you and causes you pain? Isn't that one of the Empire's device? I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I mean, they got shit like that. So what the fuck? What's going on? We are 6 out of 10 with our super chats. So you guys, 4 more super chats of any tier. And we reached the goal. All right, Paige, what are we doing here?
Just thought I'd take it for a
Oh
scroll.
my god.
The Minecraft movie meal. Double quarter pounder.
We have that. We have the Minecraft.
Well, now you do. Well, now you have the double quarter pounder. We had that for ages until you guys got it.
I'm
Classic
actually good.
game.
I'm actually going to get an additional medium fry with mine.
Oh, get the
So this is what I
triple-
mean. See,
Get the
here
triple
has,
cheeseburger. Get the
See,
triple cheeseburger and put a lot of mac sauce on it with a side of mayonnaise. That way you can dip it in there and then send a picture to Paigey, and he's gonna be like, "Ooh, what's that on your burger?"
Wait, what?
I don't know. Are you like sharing your phone to your computer?
no,
this is
I just went to
Paige.
mcdonalds.com.au.
Oh.
Do you have the hot honey stuff?
No,
No.
not here.
Paigey, why are you showing off, dude?
Like
No, it's
Australia always has better food than the United States. Always. 100%.
Y'all got the snack wraps?
Yeah.
We haven't had those since I was a little boy.
Got the double fillet fish going.
I will say in Florida, McDonald's,
So yes, Jay, Lance.
some of the McDonald's in Florida have pizza.
What is hot cross bun? What is that?
Have you ever seen the McDonald's pizzas?
No.
Hold
No,
on, let me see if I can find
Pizza
it.
from McDonald's just seems wrong.
it seems cheap.
Toasty. Hey, Paige, can I hear how you would order a toasty?
Hold on, what would they say? Good. Well, I guess for that. Good morning. This is McDonald's. And I'll be like, hi. Can I just get a ham and cheese toasty? I'll probably get a meal because I think you get a hash brown with it. So I'll probably go, can I have like a medium ham and cheese toasty meal with what drink would I get? Depends how close, like how early it is. If it was like really early, I'd probably get like a
So
mocha
on.
or hot chocolate or
I gotta share
something.
this. So this
If it was
is
maybe
somebody
like around
making
10, I'd get a Coke
There's somebody
Zero.
making McDonald's pizza here.
That
Wow.
looks like a Lunchable. That looks genuinely nasty. Like,
Yeah,
that looks like shit. I'm sorry.
it looks like cheap shit.
And what generation iPhone is?
Oh, look! Oh my God! What the?
It was delicious. No, what is the white stuff? Bruh,
I
that-
think
Actually, that doesn't look too bad. It's just the white stuff makes it a bit sus. What is that? Like aioli or mayo or something?
I don't
It looks
know.
like just torn up chicken nuggets.
But look,
to
it was
fry.
delicious. Judge all you want. It was delicious, according to.
That looks.
Oh no, ranch. It says down there ranch dressing.
That does not look like ranch.
It looks to be like chopped up chicken nuggets, fries,
Yeah.
and ranch.
What the heck was that just popped up in the chat like from you? It's like new to streaming or
That's
looking for-
StreamYard does the they're doing like a promotion or whatever that you can.
I'm gonna
share now.
order. I'm gonna order one of these for Lance right here. This pizza right here.
Wait, put my thing back up because I will show you the breakfast.
Hey, Rob Liefeld actually said something positive about Sinners. I guess since it's not a Disney film, he can.
Paige
praise
said,
it.
"Put his thing back up."
Yeah, put my thing back up.
Wow.
Do you notice how something incredibly fucking disgusting and should be burned off the face of the planet is
Paige,
not on
Paige.
the breakfast menu here?
Paige, you go back up to the chicken and bacon McMuffin.
It's
Why
just
does
a
y'all-
It's
why
just
does
a
y'all?
chicken patty on a
I know. I'm
McMuffin.
saying, but why does the mayonnaise look like? Why does y'all mayo and or ranch
it's not.
look?
It's not mayo. It's
Aioli.
Yeah, I think it's an aioli. Wait, hold on. I will
Why
click
does
on
it look so thick?
No, it's McChicken sauce.
Why is it so thick and white? Like that's. It looks like glue. I'm not thinking the way y'all thinking. It looks like glue. Like it looks like
It looks
toast-
sticky.
Yes.
No.
And then what's on the Mighty McMuffin? Why is it red? Ew.
That's
Ketchup, probably.
yeah. Well, I think that it's like a special tomato relish or something for that
Who
specific one.
wants
I've had it
that
before.
much?
It's good though.
Y'all
But you
got
notice how there's no fucking McGriddles?
Big Brekkie burger. That
Yeah,
would have me on the toilet.
Yeah. To be honest, I agree with you. I had it once and I felt
Is that
like it was
chocolate
too
on
much.
there?
No, it's barbecue sauce.
Why is y'all barbecue sauce so damn brown? Hey, I'll give it to y'all. Food don't look half bad, but like at least you're not British because that food looks absolutely like disgusting.
You have to talk to Boba and Ben about that.
Kelsey Yump, that just sound Why is y'all milk name that? that just looks
Hold
nasty.
on.
Kelsey Yum.
Oh shit! Look. Keyblade says, "Didn't know you hated Chainsaw 3-Dub." Is interesting 3-Dub.
We're not gonna dive into that because
Nope.
I've been trying to solve that for about 2 years now.
Oh
and
shit!
it's not going anywhere. I've already gave 3-Dub a whooping. I've given everybody. a
Oh
whooping.
shit!
No, he hasn't.
Yes, I have. I just think it's dumb for y'all to eat y'all ice cream out of a literal cup that can get wet from the creaminess of the ice cream.
The creaminess. You know what I had today? I had Dairy Queen ice cream.
Well, that's something you don't have there, the flake. You don't have a soft serve with the flake. Which is a bit
No,
of a
we
fucking
don't.
rip-off, to be completely honest.
I
They
don't
charge
even-
like an extra $1 for the flake.
I'm lactose intolerant, and
Oh,
like
shit,
right
there
now
we
this
go.
is making my stomach turn.
All right.
Right.
So
He's
Vanessa here
allergic to
with
chocolate too.
Vanessa with the 199 super chat says, "Now I'm starving." LOL. Well, that's-
Jesus Christ!
Here's Lance's usual meal, the Macca's bundle for $6. That's a after work snack for Lance.
Damn.
Macca's.
so Quinlan says that's ice milk, not real ice cream.
Yeah, I don't know, like because Australia's got different like
Jamer says
laws.
the big chicken at least has his special sauce. Ooh.
Do you have chocolate ice cream at Macca's as well?
I'm not reading
No.
this one out loud, but you can look at that one right there. So.
That's
Nick,
Lance's
what?
favorite.
Vance says, "Hello, toilet."
Hey, I'm not on Tuesday during Party Nation. I ate 2 of my little ice cream thingies. After the stream, I regretted it.
Oh.
TMI.
Cameron here. I didn't know about this. $5 super chat. Thank you, Cameron. There's also new casting for Lanterns that people also suspect the actors playing Atrocious.
Atrocitus.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes, the Red Lantern.
Oh, yeah. The big dude. Yeah.
The one that spits out red stuff on you.
Right. That one. Okay, yeah.
Spits out a little period blood. What?
What?
I don't even
Why would
wanna
it be
talk-
period blood? Why wouldn't it just be
No.
normal blood?
That's
Why does it
too
have to be
much for me.
period blood?
Too much
Coming
for
from
me.
his mouth anyway. Why does it have to be?
Yeah, that's.
But no, like they think he's gonna be him, but his name is like something totally different. I'm trying to see how they made the connection from him just being a random alien to him being the
Y'all really showed up. We are 2 super chats away from hitting the goal.
I'd send you that.
15 minutes to go.
I'd send you something, but my card's not on YouTube anymore. Yeah.
Oh, why'd you take it off?
Oh, because I don't have that card anymore, and I just didn't put my new one on.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No,
Yeah. Cash App be
They
trying.
really
to
need to
Oh
update,
shit, we have started a firestorm here.
they really need to update the to add PayPal as a form of what is it, like form of payment on YouTube.
Show my
Well,
other thing, Eric. Show my thing.
I wish they would add PayPal to YouTube, but they don't want people cutting into
Is
their
this something-
money.
Bro, why did you go to KFC?
KFC
This is Australian. KFC.
Australian KFC is fucking top tier.
How do you know?
This is the new thing.
Because every single
Habanero
person that I know that's
sauce.
gone there says their KFC is better than any other fast food restaurant in Australia.
Yeah, we have.
Actually, Paigey, is that a true statement? Is KFC the best fast food restaurant in Australia?
For me, it's either KFC or Guzman y Gomez, which is like Mexican, like burritos and stuff like that.
I'm just gonna let you know this right now, Paigey. That's not real fried chicken. Y'all chicken is too damn smooth. All right, fried chicken is not that smooth. That looks disgusting. I need my fried chicken looking a little bumpy. All right.
Yeah, but I think our bumpy chicken is like the hot and crispy. No, like what is it? Like this.
Look how smooth that
hot and
chicken is,
crispy,
Lance.
That chicken looks nasty. Like, why,
Oh,
why is that so smooth?
nasty! Oh my god!
What? And where's the seasoning?
Do you have popcorn chicken? You do, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. I remember there was a bit where I think it went out of the American KFC for a bit and they lost their minds. Wicked Wings would, even just them alone, would beat all of American KFC, I think.
I never understood why popcorn chicken is popcorn chicken. It doesn't have any correlation to popcorn.
It's because it's small and
It's
it can go in your
small,
mouth.
yeah.
Why not just say bite-sized chicken?
Because that doesn't. That's not how you sell stuff. That's not. That don't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't pop.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Eric, I'm sharing a good chicken spot that we have out here in like Chicago and in Indiana.
See, we don't have biscuits over here. We have dinner rolls. We don't have the biscuits.
Why
I had a biscuit.
Did your coleslaw have broccoli in it?
No, I think it might be spring onion. I don't know. I don't get the coleslaw from.
So, Anonymous here with 190 Super Chat. I don't know who they're talking about. Did we ever find out following case on IRL streamer?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Anonymous. Which person are you talking about? Did the guy get sentenced? I don't know who you're talking about.
I have no clue.
Yeah,
Here's that shit Mountain Dew era. Remember the one I was telling you how we
Yeah.
have this energized crap? We don't have proper Mountain Dew.
Yeah, because of like your health regulations or something. I think.
Yeah, I think Mountain Dew's like that bad for you.
Oh, the one that got stabbed. I think it's the
that woman.
Yeah, the woman that got stabbed. I haven't heard any follow-ups to that at all. None. But I tell you what, it makes me afraid to ever want to IRL stream. So I tell you, some people would come up to me and try to put their secret sauce all over me or
Makes
something.
me not want to go to Japan.
Japan actually isn't that dangerous. It's just that was an unfortunate thing. So the story on that is, if you
Here we
guys
go.
don't remember,
Lance's dinner for one tonight. Just
the guy had tipped her a bunch of money, and then she blocked him and would not respond to anything that he did.
Could you finish this, Lance? 15 pieces of original recipe, 18 nuggets,
Yes.
three large chips.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
I'd be in the hospital, but I can put it
I think
away.
you might be still eating it in the grave. I don't know if you'd maybe make it to the hospital.
Oh my god. Yeah, the one in Japan, she was unalive. Yeah, but he was asking, or they were asking about like what the follow up to that was. And I don't see anything.
I know if Eric came to Australia,
We got 2 minutes and we're one super chat away.
one super chat away, so we should be here soon.
2
But
minutes.
Eric,
left.
you land in Tasmania. What are the three first things you do? What are the first 3 purchases you make with your American bank card?
In Tasmania?
Or just anywhere in Australia if you landed.
Oh,
whether it's Tasmania or Sydney or anything like that.
Chlamydia medicine and
There you go. There's the final.
yeah,
that can pay for the chlamydia medicine, hopefully.
Yeah. Lance is like, what? You don't know about koalas, I guess.
No,
All koalas have chlamydia.
Excuse me?
Yes, they all do.
You're lying.
I'm not.
Google it.
Do koala have you spell that? Why did that just pop up in the description?
As soon as you typed it out.
I typed do koalas and then have chlamydia just popped up.
Yeah.
Yes, koalas can and do get chlamydia, specifically from chlamydia percorum and C. pneumoniae, however you pronounce that. The disease can have serious consequences, including infertility, blindness, and death.
Yep. So that's one of the things I would get. The other I would get would be I try to get some of that Venom pizza with the black aioli on it.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
All right, so we hit the goal, you guys. We pulled it through. We're going to see what the winning poll thing is. Now, if you haven't voted on the Reloaded channel, you can vote. The reason why people suspect the actor is Atrocitus is because the description sounds more like Atrocitus. Is that? Did you read the description, Lance? I haven't seen it. So
yes, it didn't scream Red Lantern to me. I just don't feel like James Gunn would drop the
it
Green
didn't
Lantern
scream Yuri for you either.
You know, 3Dub, you weren't there Tuesday, but they brought that up again and everybody laughed out loud. All right.
Wow.
About what?
So 3Dub thinks that one of the random Asian detectives from
You just made it sound so horrible.
Well, I mean, it's. Am I wrong?
No,
She's
One
not
of the
random.
random
She has
Asian-
a purpose.
Well, this character on Daredevil Born Again, he believes that they're going to be a different, more important character based on.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
based on her being a Asian detective.
Okay.
No.
Oh, is that where the racism came from? Is that the racism?
That was
comment
one of them.
from the
Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah.
Wait, somebody called him racist today?
Yes.
Someone brought up Asian racism, and I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was about. But 3Dub has explained himself, so I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
it's because he casually dropped the N word as well a bit earlier.
Oh,
before he came in,
no.
so
I
that's
did
why it
not.
came
I
up.
did not. I did not.
But I'm just saying, like, why? I don't see them dropping Red Lanterns, Green Lanterns, and Yellow Lanterns
You
all
don't
in a
know.
8-episode TV show. I think dude is just a random alien.
maybe.
But
Name
I
whatever
fucking
his
hate
name
that. I
is.
fucking hate that though. You know why? Because there's so much fucking lore within the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah,
it's
Why
so
just- why
boring.
create an original character?
No, I mean I get that, but that's why you have. I mean, I get like they shouldn't be original characters, but at the same time, you have so many seasons of a show. Let's flush some things out. You know, we already got to worry about wondering why Jon Stewart is light skinned if his daddy is dark skinned.
Right.
But isn't
like-
that? Didn't they only do that so he can do the light skins stare? Isn't that like why
I
they?
guess, but I do find it funny that the young version of Jon Stewart Sr. and the older version of Jon Stewart Sr. look more like Jon Stewart in the comics.
Yes, I
than
agree.
Jon Stewart.
All right, so this is where we're going to check. Let's see what the poll is here. We're going to end the poll, and then I'm going to answer this question. Eric, have you ever considered a collab with TTBN?
Did someone just
Gaming
dropped their
or-
microphone down like a tunnel? Like
I think it.
that was
I-
my. That
I
was
think
his
it's
cell
3
phone.
Have you considered collab with TTBN Gaming or Dead Domain? They're pretty cool and have some good video analysis and essays about chuds and grifters. I'm familiar with Dead Domain, but not TTBN Gaming, so I have to look them up.
what's TTVN stand for?
Yeah, what
Hold
does
on,
that
let me
stand
guess.
for, Christian?
This?
Cheers.
This that.
All right, so the winning poll
Twerk.
is MCU costume rankings. Let me write that in.
We've got to come up with some better options there. We've got to like,
Well, we have the Eric versus Pagey thing.
yeah. Why are we not doing that? Like, what was that about?
3Dub has to come up with the contest.
Yeah.
So.
What is it though?
It's just random topics. It's like
What? It's just like me and you yelling at each other.
no.
No, it's like a quiz.
It's going to be a quiz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you cheated last time, so that wasn't good. So.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
What do you mean?
All right.
Yeah, whatever. Like, brush it off as if that's not a fact.
I didn't cheat. So,
oh, no, that was the one where 3Dub fucking
yes,
choked at the end, wasn't
exactly.
it?
That was what that
my
was.
bad.
So.
Well, I let him win because it was his stream.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark. Thank you guys for helping hit the goal.
Wait, did you see that? Just quickly, did you see that
we're
thing?
Going to,
no, quickly, just quickly. Did you see that thing where USC are versus UCLA in a sperm off?
Yeah, anyway, we're out of here. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Lance, for coming in. Thank you, 3Dubs. See you later.
And apparently they're tasting it.
We're out. Oh, no, we're out of here.